You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion, delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit in current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We're a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money, I personally work with you, even if you don't have any needs today. Save this number in your phone for future reference. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, we're celebrating today, every day on Ron Siegel Radio, National Cake Day. National Cake Day. I like that. So let's question of the day. What's your favorite kind of cake? I'll start. Carrot cake. Those of you that know me know that is favorite cake. Put it in there in the chat what your favorite cake is. And if you're listening to us on radio, just say it in your car. We'll hear you. So carrot cake. That's that. I'll put that in there. What, Josh? What's yours? Did you put yours in? Favorite cake? Nah. Okay, don't tell me you're not a cake guy. I know there's some people that don't like sweets. I don't know how that works because, you know, I've beaten anorexia. So carrot cake. What's your favorite cake? Now, if you have a chocolate cake, German chocolate cake, that'll work too. But if I could only have one, carrot cake, yeah, that would be the pastry of choice. If you're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, that's my go-to. Hey, what's markets doing today? The Dow Jones Industrial Average now down 147 points. Very misleading. Why is it misleading? Because it's almost all composed of Amgen. So Amgen had some problems there and one of their medicines. And so that's really affecting the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Everything else is looking good. S&P 500 up 1743. The NASDAQ is up 8570. And the 10-year Treasury, we'll look at that one and see it for you as well. 10-year Treasury doesn't want to act for it. Ooh, that's going the wrong way. That one's up. We don't like those to go up. We want to see those Treasuries go down. That it helps us when we are considering our mortgage rates. No, the mortgage rates don't come from the 10-year Treasury, but we do know that they are very, very closely linked. Let's see what else is going on. Gasoline, people are getting ready to get out of town. Gas prices today. Let's take a look and see where those are. And for those of you that want to know, as we always like to be full disclosure, we get our numbers for the gas prices. They come right from AAA. Now, how they monitor all this, that's above my pay grade. I'm a radio host. I talk. They find out the information. They do all that kind of stuff. So not my world. Okay, George. George is a chocolate cake kind of guy. Okay, we like that. Gas prices. California, $4.44 a gallon. National average, $3.07. And our governor, he'll probably try and put some, oh yeah, he is putting more taxes and fees. 65 cents coming on very, very soon. Another 65 cents a gallon in taxes and fees. You know, we're not the highest in the country anymore, so our governor needs to correct that, and he will. $4.44 right now. Add another 65 cents. We'll be over $5 a gallon. Right now, 28% is what we have in taxes and fees in California. Hawaii, the only state in the union with gas prices higher than we are in California. And Washington's just barely at $4 a gallon. California and Hawaii are the only ones over $4. Okay, so Denise, we're going to talk about that today. I'm glad you asked that question. What would you say is a good time to do a credit card consolidation loan? We're going to talk about that today, so don't go away. Question that I had, and I was on a call earlier today, and I do a lot of calls with various people. I've got friends all over the country in the industry. And I had this debate also with one of the head people at Geneva Financial last week. And we were talking about the idea of tariffs. And if you noticed, the president-elect made a comment that he's going to add 10% or 20% or 75% in tariffs to Mexico, Canada, and China. And he wants to get the immigration and the drug problem under control. And you hear all these folks come out and they make these comments that that's inflationary. Well, maybe. It's inflationary for the people that don't understand how tariffs work and how importing works. So, yes, I did have an import-export company in the 80s, 90s. I grew up in that industry. So why would I say that you add 10 or 20 or 50% and it's not inflationary to us in the U.S.? Well, here's the issue. Competition. So way back when I was importing from China, China would put tariffs on things, or China would subsidize. U.S. would put tariffs coming into the U.S. from China. We had to go and look up, or we'd call our broker and find out what is the tariff on a pen? What is the tariff on a photo album? What's the tariff on a Tupperware plastic kitchenwares, toys, all that? So we'd know what these tariffs are. Well, every once in a while, a foreign country would start subsidizing a product that they had, and the country would be selling it way below anywhere else in the world. Well, the U.S. would look at that and say that's called dumping. And the U.S. would end up putting on a 200 or 300% tariff. Well, that pretty much killed that item from that country. But did it add 300% to the price we paid in the U.S.? No. So I'll use an example. I think it was in the 70s or 80s. Photo albums. And we don't have too much in the way of photo albums anymore. But photo albums was the item. And we would go in there that China was dumping photo albums into the U.S. All of a sudden, overnight, couldn't import photo albums competitively because the cost would be too much. So does that mean we stopped selling photo albums? No. We went and bought them in Korea. The idea was that Korea was only 1% or 2% higher than China before China started subsidizing the purchase. So the U.S. market did not get hurt. The Chinese manufacturers got hurt. Now, do you think there's anything that's made in Canada or Mexico that we can't get somewhere, even China, that we can't get somewhere else in the world? That's how it's done. So when people say that it's going to cause inflation, well, not really, because it's just going to be making a more competitive product for some other country. And that's where the big difference comes in. That's what many of these pundits who are coming out and making comments that have no idea what they're talking about, that's where they're getting this data. So the idea that it's going to cause a lot of inflation, no. But what it will do, it will give China and Mexico and Canada an incentive to do what the president-elect is trying to accomplish, cutting back the illegal immigration, not legal, but illegal immigration. And can anybody say they want drugs coming into our country from these places? So tariffs being used in an effective manner. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, why refinancing in December could be the smartest move for homeowners. Don't let high interest debt haunt your holidays. How co-buying a home helps with affordability today. All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
As the economy slows, do you know anyone worried about job loss? At Siegel Lending Team, we offer the Home Select Loan. Think of it as a financial superhero cape for homeowners with good income and credit. It not only saves your home, but also throws a life ring to your credit score. Because who needs stress when you can have peace of mind? Let's secure your future with a smile. Visit rsrhomeselect.com. rsrhomeselect.com. NMLS 217037.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And every day at this time, OBMMI. They provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry. Calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. What did rates lock at yesterday? Now, OBMMI does not tell us points paid, points received, or the APR. They tell us the number we need to put into our mortgage calculator to find. You don't have a mortgage calculator? Well, all you have to do is go to ronismylender.com, ronismylender.com, download our free mobile app. And on that app, there is a mobile calculator. You put the number in there, and it's going to tell you what your principal and interest payment will be. Yesterday's locked rates, conventional 30-year fixed, 6.743. That was down. Jumbo 30-year fixed, 7.009. That was up. I think it was just up very, very little, but it was up. FHA 30-year fixed, 6.415. That was down. VA 30-year fixed, 6.278. That was down. USDA 30-year fixed, 6.433. That was down. Nice looks down. If you want our thoughts on the market, every day as early as the data allows, we do put out our market thoughts, rsrlinks.com/market minute. rsrlinks.com/market minute. You can go there and get our thoughts for free. Even better than a penny for your thoughts. Right there, it's it's free, no cost to you. So let's take a look and see what the markets are doing today. Well, if we look with the S&P 500 right now is not showing on my screen. Up 16.23. Up 16.23. 10-year Treasury is up 5 basis points, 4.31. Mortgage-backed securities, the bond is down 18 basis points. Remember, bond goes down, rates go up. 18 basis points, not a whole heck of a lot. And why is this happening? Well, a lot of it has to do with the fact that people don't know what I told you in the prior segment about tariffs. It doesn't sell very easily because you can't get that into a real simple soundbite. So President-elect Donald Trump announced last night that he plans to impose an additional 10% tariff on goods from China and 25% on all products from Mexico and Canada on day one of his presidency in an effort to clamp down on migrants and illegal drugs flowing into the U.S. The potential inflation threat is pressuring the bond market lower. Later this afternoon at 11 o'clock our time, 10 o'clock our time, the Fed's going to release their minutes from the November 7th Fed meeting, which will give us an insight look at what was discussed. Historically, days that the Fed minutes are released have been negative for the market. Yesterday, Minneapolis Fed President Neil Kashkari said that knowing what he knows, he believes it's reasonable to consider another rate cut on December 18th. He thinks that he has confidence that inflation is gently trending down and that the labor market is strong. Chicago Fed President Austin Goolsbee said that he does not see the case for not continuing to cut rates, as there are no signs of the economy overheating. Estimated that the neutral rate is 2.9%, and with the Fed funds rate at 4.625, there is still room to cut before accommodative theoretically, before being accommodative. Theoretically, you would have to do 7 25 basis point cuts to get to neutral, 7 of those 0.25% cuts. Now, remember, we talked about this yesterday, and if you didn't see that broadcast, check our socials. We're going to tell you how we're forecasting interest rates for the end of next year. Now, this is even more favorable than what I shared with you yesterday. So they're talking about 2.9%, according to Goolsbee. Yesterday, I was using 3.6. So much more favorable than what we talked about yesterday. New home sales, new home sales, which measures signed contracts on new homes, fell 17% to 610,000 unit annualized pace, which was much softer than the 730,000 expected. Year over year sales are still up 9.4%. Big reason for weaker sales was the hurricanes. This report measures people shopping and signing contracts on new homes in October, and almost all of the decline in sales came from the South, where the hurricane had significant impact. If you're worried about your home and safety, you're likely not searching for homes. Additionally, rates moved higher in October, and it was pre-election, and because of the uncertainty, some buyers cited they were on the sidelines waiting to see the results. 481,000 new homes for sale at the end of October, and based on the pace of sales, there is a 9.4-month supply, which is up significantly from 7.6 months. However, only 378,000 homes are either completed or under construction. 103,000 have not even been started, and some may not ever start. When looking at a pace of sales versus homes that are completed or started, the month supply declines to 7.4. Case-Shiller and FHFA appreciation reports for September. Case-Shiller Home Price Index, gold standard for appreciation, showed that home prices rose 0.3% in September on a seasonally adjusted basis. The raw figure was negative 0.1%, but because this is weaker time of year for housing, it is always seasonally adjusted higher. Year over year, home prices rose 3.9%, which is a moderation from 4.3% in the August report. The 10 and 20 city indices were higher than the nationwide figures, showing that big cities are outperforming the rest of the nation. Additionally, lower priced homes appreciated at a faster rate than the overall market, which makes sense as there is greater demand. The 10 city index is up 5.2% year over year. The 20 city is up 4.6%. Leading the way with price gains, New York City, Cleveland, and Chicago. The lowest price gains were seen in Denver, but prices are still higher. FHFA, the Federal Housing Finance Agency, released their house price index, which measures home price appreciation on single-family homes with conforming loan amounts. Different than Case-Shiller, it does not include cash buyers or jumbo loans. The FHFA reported that home prices rose 0.7% in September after seasonal adjustments, which was strong. Before seasonal adjustments, home prices rose 0.3%, which is still good for this time of year. Year over year, home prices are up 4.4%, which unchanged after the 0.2% upward revision to August. Home prices are continuing to appreciate on a month-over-month basis, but the annual gains are moderating as the new monthly appreciation figures are slower than what we were seeing at this time last year. That is the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. I want to chat with you a little bit about a little recap from what we did yesterday And I don't generally do this, but the reason I'm doing it is, well, it's just time. Call a spade a spade. I don't have enough time to get into one of the reports I want to do right now, so we're going to do that after the break. But I do want to talk about this concept of the 2.9% that Austin Goolsbee came up with as far as the neutral rate for Fed funds. What is a neutral rate? It means it's not promoting or hindering economic activity, or it's not promoting or hindering employment. It's just neutral. But why is that important to us, and why is that important in forecasting? Well, the 10-year Treasury has been running about 0.5% below the Fed funds rate. So right now, we look at the Fed funds rate, it's about 4.6, and we're actually a little higher than that on the 10-year. We're at 4.3, so it's not quite that 50 off, because you'd normally say 4.625 less 50 would be 4.125, and the 10-year Treasury right now is at 4.308. So what would happen, and why is that important? Well, these are guides to get us to where the 30-year mortgage is going to be. So historically, the 30-year mortgage is right around 1.79 above the 10-year Treasury. So if I looked at 1.79 above this 4.3, it'd be called it'd be 5.1. Well, we're 6.1, and we're not there. What did Josh tell us a little earlier? I think it's coming up on my screen here, and my screen's going a little slow. So Josh, there it is, 6.743. So we're 60 basis points above that right now. But let's just do some math here. There's the spread. So the spread is 2.34 right now. That's important. So if we go and we look and we say, okay, what if Austin Goolsbee's correct? And we get to a 2.9% Fed funds rate. And we look and we say that historically we're about 50 off of that. We're not going to do 50 off. We're just going to say that the 10-year Treasury at that point would be at 2.75. That's only 15 basis points off, not the full 50. And that's pretty close to where we are right now. Right now we're 30 basis points, so I'm being a little more conservative. So if we take that and we add that same number where we are right now, and we look at that spread between the 10-year Treasury and where the mortgage-backed securities are, going to 2.3. Okay, so if we go to the 2.9, we go to 2.75, add 2.3 is what's that, 5.75? I'm doing it in my head as have you ever tried doing math while you're talking? Not real easy. So you're looking at the 2.9, and let's just add 2 to that is 5.9. So we'd call it a 6% rate. So that's important. Why is that important? We're going to tell you when we come back. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. How co-buying a home helps with affordability. Why refinancing in December could be the smartest move for homeowners. Don't let high interest debt haunt your holidays and more. Reach me anytime off air, number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the First Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by rsrmoney.com. rsrmoney.com. How co-buying a home helps with affordability today. Buying a home in today's market can feel like an uphill battle, especially with home prices and mortgage rates putting pressure on your budget. If you're feeling stuck, co-buying could be one way to help you get your foot in the door. Freddie Mac says, if you're an aspiring homeowner, buying a home with your family or friends could be an option, unquote. But there are some things you'll want to consider first. Let's explore why co-buying is gaining popularity right now among some buyers and see if it may make sense for you too. What is co-buying? Co-buying means buying a home with someone like a friend, sibling, or even a group of people. And with today's high home prices and mortgage rates, it's an option more people are turning to. According to a survey done by JW Surety Bonds, nearly 15% of Americans have already co-purchased a home with someone, and another 48% would consider doing it. Why consider co-buying? The same survey asked people about the perks of co-buying a home. Here's some of the top responses. If you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490, FM 98.1 video feed. You're seeing the graph, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Sharing costs, 67%. From saving for a down payment to managing monthly payments, buying a home is a big financial step. When you co-buy, you split these costs, making it easier to afford a home. Affording a better home. 56% had that answer. By pooling your financial resources, you may also be able to afford a larger or higher quality home than you could have on your own. This may mean getting that extra bedroom, a bigger backyard, or living in a more desirable neighborhood. Investment opportunity, 54%. Co-buying a home can also be an investment. You could buy a house with someone, so you could rent it out, which could help generate passive income. Sharing responsibilities. Chart says 48%. Owning a home comes with a lot of responsibilities, including maintenance and upkeep and more. When you co-buy, you share these commitments, which can lighten the load for everyone involved. Other co-buying considerations. While co-buying has its benefits, there's something else you need to consider before deciding if this approach is right for you. As Rocket Mortgage says, quote, buying a house with a friend or multiple friends might be a great way for you to achieve home ownership, but it's not a decision you should make lightly. Before diving in, make sure you understand the financial and logistical hurdles you face, as well as the human and emotional elements that might affect the purchase, or more importantly, your relationship, unquote. Basically, make sure you and your co-buyer are still on the same page about things like how costs will be split, who will handle the responsibilities, what will happen if one of you wants to sell your share of the home in the future. Leaning on an expert can help you weigh the pros and cons of making that conversation easier. Bottom line, if you're looking to get your foot in the door but are having a tough time with today's affordability challenges, co-buying could be an option to make your move happen. But it's important to plan carefully and make sure all parties are clear on the details to figure out if co-buying makes sense for you. Give me a call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And as a certified liability advisor, CLA, I focus on helping advisors and clients build wealth through better debt management. That's what we're talking about here. That is the real-time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. And I will tell you, full disclosure, when I first got out of college, yes, it was a long time ago, but interest rates were way higher than they are today. I did buy a house with a fraternity brother of mine. Borrow Smart segment today being brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. Why refinancing in December could be the smartest move for homeowners. As the year winds down, many homeowners overlook December as a prime opportunity to refinance their mortgage. With higher interest rates dominating, You might wonder why refinance now. However, certain life circumstances and financial strategies make December the perfect time for some individuals and families to refinance their mortgage. Let's explore how strategic refinancing this month can create financial breathing room and set the stage for a prosperous new year. Number one, deferred payments, holiday breathing room. One of the immediate benefits of refinancing in December is the ability to defer payments until January. For homeowners facing year-end financial pressures such as holiday spending or unexpected expenses, this can provide much-needed relief. Deferred payments free up cash, allowing you to focus on creating memorable holidays without stretching your budget thin. Example, a homeowner who refinances in December can delay their mortgage payment for the month, creating room for gifts, travel, or end-of-year festivities. Number two, unlock extra cash flow for the holidays. The holiday season often brings additional expenses that are not part of your regular budget. Refinancing your mortgage can help you tap into equity, enabling you to access funds for the holiday-related costs like gifts, family gatherings, or even charitable giving. By taking advantage of this financial flexibility, you can enjoy the holidays without resorting to high-interest credit cards or personal loans. Number three, set the stage for a debt-free new year. Refinancing in December provides an excellent opportunity to consolidate high-interest debts, whether it's lingering credit card balances, medical bills, or other high-interest loans. Rolling these into your mortgage can reduce your overall monthly payment and simplify your finances. Starting the new year with a cleaner financial slate can also alleviate stress, improve credit scores, and help you focus on longer-term financial goals. Obviously, we've been talking about this for several days now. rsrlinks.com/2step. rsrlinks.com/2step. We talk about refinancing right now, understanding that interest rates will probably get better next year, but you can't take full advantage of that if you wait until next year to do these things. We explain it. rsrlinks.com/2step. Potential tax benefits before year end. If you opt for a cash out refinance using the proceeds for qualified expenses such as home improvements, buying a new property, or building an addition, you may qualify for tax deductions. Consulting with a tax advisor can help you determine whether this strategy aligns with your financial situation. But for some homeowners, this is an excellent way to take advantage of December's timing. Oh yeah, we might be able to recapture some of the expenses from our prior home loan, refinance, or purchase. I wonder how that works. Certified liability advisors, we understand that. Number 5, year-end financial planning and strategy. December is the natural time to reassess your financial position and plan for the future. Refinancing allows you to adjust your mortgage terms, whether by switching to a fixed rate loan, shortening the term, or restructuring your payments to improve cash flow. The proactive approach can set the tone for a financially successful new year. For example, if you anticipate a lower interest rate environment in the next 12 to 18 months, refinancing into a shorter term adjustable rate mortgage could be a strategic move. Number 6, the VA IRRRL, an easy path for eligible veterans. For veterans and active duty military members, a VA interest rate reduction refinance loan, IRRRL, offers unique advantages during December with minimal documentation, faster closings, and lower funding fees, just 0.5% of the principal loan amount, maybe. The refinance option can be a no-brainer. Even better, veterans only need to certify prior occupancy, meaning rental properties are eligible. 7, reverse mortgages. Want to know more about these? rsrlinks.com/reverse. rsrlinks.com/reverse. Smart option for seniors, homeowners age 62 and older. December refinancing can be an ideal time to explore reverse mortgage or jumbo reverse mortgage. These options eliminate monthly mortgage payments, freeing up cash flow that can be used to enjoy retirement or manage year-end expenses. Plus, starting a reverse mortgage in December allows seniors to enter the new year with improved financial stability. Number 8, unique situations, divorce or equity buyouts. Life doesn't pause for the holidays, and personal circumstances such as divorce or co-borrowers looking to restructure ownership may require refinancing. December refinancing can provide for financial framework for an equity buyout or removing a former spouse from the mortgage, helping individuals move forward confidently in the new year. Why timing matters. While interest rates are higher than in recent years, December refinancing still holds significant value for specific situations, whether it's accessing equity, restructuring debt, or leveraging specialized loan programs. Refinancing now can deliver benefits beyond just lowering your rate. Bottom line, as a certified liability advisor, I specialize in helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. Whether you're navigating a VA IRRRL, a reverse mortgage, or exploring how refinancing fits into your overall financial strategy, I am here to guide you. Don't wait for the new year to take control of your finances. Call today to discuss how refinancing this December can pave the way for a prosperous and stress-free 2024. That is the Borrow Smart segment, brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, don't let high-interest debt haunt your holidays and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio. Or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Borrow Smart segment today being brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. Don't let high-interest debt haunt your holidays. Facing financial stress during the holiday season should be a time of joy and celebration. But for many homeowners, it comes with a heavy financial burden. High-interest credit card balances, personal loans, and other debts can weigh heavily, especially when paired with the rising cost of living. With mortgage rates still hovering around 6.78%, it's no wonder many feel hesitant about refinancing. Yet, the fear of starting the new year with overwhelming debt is very real. Is there a way to ease this burden? Absolutely. Let's explore how refinancing in December can help you consolidate debt, regain control of your finances, and then set the stage for a fresh financial start in 2025. rsrlinks.com/2step. What have we been telling you? rsrlinks.com/2step. The problem: holiday expenses and mounting debt. It's common to feel trapped during the holidays. Between holiday shopping, travel, and festive gatherings, expenses often pile up faster than expected. If you're already managing high-interest credit card debt or personal loans, this time of year can feel especially stressful. You may worry about how to cover holiday expenses without sinking deeper into debt. Starting 2024 with balances you cannot pay off, whether refinancing at current rates will even help. These fears can feel paralyzing, but the good news is that refinancing in December is about more than rates. It's about strategy. And you know at Ron Siegel Radio, our common saying, strategy beats rate always. Strategy beats rate always. The solution? Strategic refinancing to beat debt. Refinancing during December might not immediately seem like the answer, but it can be the lifeline you need when approached strategically. Here's how. Number one, consolidate high interest debt into a lower payment by refinancing. You can roll your high interest debts into your mortgage. Even with today's mortgage rates, this often results in a lower overall interest rate compared to what you're paying on credit cards or personal loans. Example, if you're paying 18% APR on $20,000 of credit card debt, refinancing can significantly reduce the interest cost and simplify your payments. Our blended interest rate calculator is exactly what we're talking about right here. We put in the weighted average of all of your debts and find out what your real interest rate is, because that 3% loan is killing you. What, don't believe me? rsrlinks.com/3pct. rsrlinks.com/3pct. I show you exactly why that loan is killing you. Number two, take advantage of deferred payments. Refinancing in December often means skipping a mortgage payment until January. This provides additional breathing room during the holidays, freeing up cash flow when you need it most. Start the new year debt-free. Instead of rolling into 2025 with the weight of high-interest debts, refinancing can give you a clean slate. Consolidating debts into your mortgage ensures a more manageable payment structure, so you're set up for success in the new year. And what we're talking about is real simple. We're consolidating everything. And as I mentioned to you before, $400 to $600 a month is what we generally see people save on their monthly debt service, the amount that it takes to pay all their bills just on the minimum payments, not to get them paid off. Number four, tailored solutions for unique circumstances. Every homeowner's financial situation is different. Whether it's a VA IRRRL, a reverse mortgage, or an equity buyout during divorce proceedings, refinancing can be customized to meet your specific needs. So why does timing matter? December's strategic edge. Refinancing isn't about the numbers, it's about timing. December offers several unique advantages. Tax benefits. If you opt for a cash-out refinance and use the proceeds for qualified expenses like home improvements, you might qualify for year-end tax benefits. Consult your tax planner for your unique situation. Year-end financial planning. December is an ideal time to reassess your financial situation and create a plan for the year ahead. A refinance could be the key to restructuring your finances for long-term success. Addressing common concerns about refinancing. It's natural to feel hesitant about refinancing, especially with current rates. Many homeowners worry, what if rates drop next year? rsrlinks.com/2step. We talk about it. While rates could decrease, waiting might not be the best move if you're drowning in high interest debt now. Refinancing today can provide immediate relief, and you can always explore options like a rate and term refinance later if rate improve. What if I don't qualify? Lenders offer a variety of refinancing programs, including options like the VA IRRRL and reverse mortgages, which cater to specific needs. Even if your financial situation feels tight, there are pathways to success. Our approach, thoughtful and personalized refinancing. At Ron Siegel Radio, we take a consultative approach to refinancing. We understand that it's not just about rates. It's about your overall financial health. Here's what you can expect. 1, comprehensive financial analysis will evaluate your current debts, income, and long-term financial goals to determine if refinancing makes sense for you. 2, customized solutions. Whether you're consolidating debt, accessing equity, or restructuring payments, we'll tailor a solution to your unique needs. Number 3, expert guidance. Our goal is to provide clear, actionable advice, not pushy sales tactics. Let's start the conversation. If you're uncertain about refinancing, now is the time to act. Don't let fear hold you back. from exploring your options that could improve your financial outlook. A conversation is all it takes to determine whether refinancing is the right move for you. Bottom line, reach out today to discuss how strategic financing can help you start the new year on the right financing foot. As a certified liability advisor, I specialize in helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. We're here to answer your questions and guide you toward a stress-free financial future. That is the Borrow Smart segment, brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. Let's talk a little bit about that Home Select program. My favorite loan on the market, very, very simple. It is pretty much, business people will understand this. Most people don't understand this philosophy, but it's something business folks constantly think about. It's called a sweep account. And the Home Select program, it's proprietary to Geneva Financial. I call it the rsrhomeselect.com because that way you can find it, rsrhomeselect.com. So it is proprietary, again, to Geneva Financial. We work with a bank that sweeps money in and out of your checking account and in and out of your mortgage, both. Now, see, normally a sweep account is going between a checking account and a savings account. This is going between a checking account and your mortgage. So any money that's not working for you on any given day sweeps into your mortgage, paying down the principal. So your interest expense is minimized. I've seen people save hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest expense by switching over to the Home Select product. Great, great product for the right people. Not everybody qualifies, so you got to check it out, rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. And as always, we ask, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean who are engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.